Welcome back to everyone who's watching Mamargo Gasawi TV. We're going to be with me, Princess Mugisha. Let's start with the news headlines. The ceasefire violation of Washington Accord by the Democratic Republic of Congo and Burundi Armies. This morning, Minister Olivier Nduhungirehe and Undersecretary of the State and Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland chaired a political consultation session between Rwanda and Poland. On the international scene, Australian teens navigate a new world without social media as the ban takes effect. Let's take a short break to be back into the news details. Let's start our news details here in Rwanda, where the responsibility of the ceasefire violation, ongoing attacks and fighting in the South Kivu, Democratic Republic of Congo cannot be pressed on Rwanda. Rwanda condemns the Congolese army, FARDC, and the Burundian army together with its coalition of the DRC-backed FDLA genocidal military, Wazalendo and the foreign mercenaries, and have been systematically bombing civilian villages close to the Rwandan border, using fighter jets and attack drones, which FCM23 has said it has been forced to counter. As a result of this past week's bombing of Kamanyora from Lund, over 1,000 Congolese citizens have fled across the border to Bugarama in the western Rwanda, where they are accommodated as Nyarushishi transit camp. The Burundian army has massed close to 20,000 troops in South Kivu in the service of the government of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and notably laid siege to Anyamulenge villages in Minembwe in a deliberate attempt to starve the residents. The Democratic Republic of Congo has openly stated that it would not observe any ceasefire and was fighting to capture territory lost by FCM23 even as the peace process unfolded. The details of this continued pursuit of a military solution was brought to the attention of the international community, even though they had their own means of verification and most of the information was publicly available. The international community has not demanded an end to these attacks prepared for months by the Democratic Republic of Congo and instigated in the past week. In addition, the failure of the Democratic Republic of Congo to neutralize the FDLA, as stipulated in the June 2025 peace agreement, continues to delay the resolution of the conflict in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. The ultimate goal of the Washington Accord, it is now clear that the Democratic Republic of Congo was never ready to commit to the peace, even as President Tshisekedi participated in the 4th December ceremony as the first to sign the accords. This deliberate violation of recently negotiated agreements constitutes serious obstacles to peace, resulting in the continued suffering of the population in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo, as well as the security threat to the Rwandan western border. As a result of the full implementation and return of the full implementation of the Washington Accords is an urgent priority, as is this conclusion of remaining annexes to Doha Agreement between the Democratic Republic of Congo and FCM23. This is the most viable path forward for peace, stability, and prosperity in the Great Lakes region. Now, on another story this morning, Minister Olivier Nduhungirehe and Undersecretary of the State at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland chaired a political consultation session between Rwanda and Poland. The meeting explored areas of cooperation, including investment, education, and ICT. They also exchanged views on the current development in the region and the multilateral issues. Turning to the next story, yesterday, Minister Joseph Nsengimana joined national education leaders, researchers, and partners at the STARS Years of Three Results Dissemination Workshop, reaffirming Rwanda's commitment to strengthening foundational learning and teacher performance nationwide. In Rwanda, STARS continues to generate vital evidence that is guiding the national rollout of the learning-based teacher imihigo, ensuring that the performance contract protects what truly matters: effective teaching and the better students' learning outcomes. Proceeding to the next story, Minister of State Yves Iradukunda met with His Excellency Odua, Algerian's Minister of Knowledge and Economy, Startups, Micro-Enterprises for bilateral discussion on the ongoing Rwanda-Algeria cooperation. He conveyed Rwanda's appreciation for the invitation of Algeria's for the trust placed in Rwanda as the guest of honor for the 4th African Startup Conference. Both sides affirmed their commitment to strengthening collaboration, building on the cooperation agreement, entrepreneurship, innovation, and digital economy signed in June this year. Discussion focused on follow-up to MOU, pathways of Argentine startups to access the Rwanda's market, joint work on the startup labeling and tracking system to enhance the government support. Let's take a short break to be back into the international news. Let's take a look onto the international news, where the United States has, for the first time, criticized China for aiming ladders at the Japanese military aircraft during a training exercise last week. The incident that the Asian neighbors have given differing accounts of the amid escalating tension. Kamika Rizren proceeds.
On the international news, let's start in Africa, where the International Criminal Court has sentenced Sudanese military commander Ali Mohammed, known as Ali Kushaib, to 20 years in prison for war crimes and crimes against humanity committed in Darfur more than 2 decades ago. Convicted in October on 27 charges, he is the first person tried by the ICC for atrocities from the Darfur conflict. As a senior leader of Janjaweed, a government-backed military, Kushaib oversaw attacks in 2003 to 2004 that involved burning villages, killing civilians, and widespread sexual violence. Judges said he is not only commanded fighters, but personally took part in the crimes, ordering his men to wipe out non-Arab communities. The Darfur conflict, which lasted from 2003 to 2020, killed hundreds of thousands and displaced millions. Violence has resurfaced in Sudan's current civil war, with the RSF, an offshoot of the Janjaweed, accused of similar abuses. Experts doubt the conviction will significantly change conditions on the ground. Moving ahead, under-16s in Australia are now banned from using major social media services, including TikTok, ex-Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, and Threads. They cannot set up new accounts and existing profiles are being deactivated. The ban is the first of its kind and is being watched closely by other countries. Proceeding on the international news, the United States of America has criticized China for the first time after Chinese fighter jets aimed their radars at Japanese military aircraft near Okinawa during a training exercise. The incident, considered the most serious in years, heightened tensions between the two neighbors who offered conflicting accounts. Washington said that China's action undermined regional stability and reaffirmed its unwavering commitment to Japan. Tokyo welcomed the U.S. support, calling it proof of strength of the alliance. China has not commented but previously accused Japan of approaching and disrupting its navy during planned carrier-based training near the Miyako Strait. The latter targeting is viewed as threatening because it signals a potential attack. The clash follows Japanese Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi's remarks suggesting a Chinese attack on Taiwan could trigger Japanese military response, which angered Beijing. China has demanded a restriction and warned citizens against traveling to Japan as tensions continue to rise. Concluding our international news, Venezuelan opposition leader Maria Corina Machado will not attend the Nobel Peace Prize ceremony in Oslo on this Wednesday. Machado, 58 years old, has been living in hiding for over a year and is under a long-standing travel ban, leaving her current whereabouts unknown. The Nobel Institute says she is unable to reach Norway, and her daughter Ana Corina Sosa Machado will receive the prize and deliver the lecture on her behalf. Machado dedicated the prize party to U.S. President Donald Trump, who claims he deserves the honor. President Nicolas Maduro accuses Trump for seeking to overthrow him to access Venezuela's oil reserves, insisting Venezuelans would resist any intervention. Machado was barred from the 2024 presidential election despite winning the opposition primary and has been targeted amid a crackdown on government critics. Analysts say the Nobel Prize represents strong international recognition of Venezuela's disputed electoral results of Machado's democratic movement. Kamika Gislen, Mamaruka Kasabo TV.
As we come to the end, let's go back with the news headline. The ceasefire violation of the Washington Accords by the Democratic Republic of Congo and the Burundian Armies. This morning, Minister Olivier Nduhungirehe, Undersecretary of State at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Poland, chaired a political consultation session between Rwanda and Poland. On the international scene, Australian teens navigate a new world without social media as the ban takes effect. Thanks for having me.
Abakiri uzababonera mu byo barya. Ku ifunguro rya mu gitondo uzasangamo ibiribwa nk'amagi, kurya saa sita na nijoro usanga